Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a Sunday evening episode of Ted's Booze Cellar with me, your most gracious host, Ted. There wasn't an episode earlier in the week because I was just feeling a bit low on mental energy, and I do want to say that I have been going through it mentally a little bit recently, so I haven't been able to get much more work done on the history of Carling documentary, but I will be working on that shortly. I'm also going to be looking at a few other video formats to do with the history of alcohol as well, so do keep an eye out for those, and as always let me know in the comments section if you have any suggestions for drinks I should review and also any other video formats as well. But today we're going to be taking a look at a beer that my brother and my sister-in-law, or his wife, got me, and that is Islay Ales Finlaggan IPA. Islay Ales is a brewery up in Scotland on the island of Islay, and I couldn't really find that much out about the brewery, and it's a bit frustrating because there is a pub there I think that is associated with the brewery, but I couldn't find much more information than that. I found a front page for their website, but when I tried to follow some of the links on it, it just went to an error 404 page. And then the other link I found that could have been for this brewery ended up taking me to a shop front for electric cycles, so I don't think that's quite kosher either. So yeah, if you guys have any links to either this brewery's website or any further information about them, let me know in the comment section down below. And I've got to be honest, I really like the design of the label. Although the can itself is just a standard industry grade can, it's actually quite a nice looking label. The green kind of just reminds me of the lush greenery of Scotland, because considering how much it rains up there, it does have quite lush grass at least. And yeah, I just quite like the colour against the white writing. It's very simple, but it's quite handsome, so I'll give it a 6 out of 10. It's not, well, actually no, 7. Yeah, the colours really stand out quite nicely against each other. There's just the white against the green. It's really nice actually. And it also says on the can here, our most highly hopped beer with a mix of hops from America, adding refreshing citrus, tropical fruit and blueberry notes, that should be quite nice, with an expressive floral nose and a dry crisp finish. 5% alcohol volume, yeah, should be good. Oh, it does have a bit of information here on the back about Islay Ales, which is, I should have read that first admittedly, and it says, Islay Ales, we are Islay boys, hailing from the Rins Peninsula of Scotland's most famous whisky isle. We have brewed a range of craft beers for the Islay and for those further afield since 2004. We hope you enjoy our beer. And it's got signed off there by Mackay Smith and Donald Mackenzie, the Islay boys. So do give them a look in and give them a shout out if you like these guys' beers. It also says here, Finlaggan, the Lords of the Isles ruled the wild west coast of Scotland from their base at Finlaggan between the 11th and 15th centuries. Fiercely independent, they owed no allegiance to the kings of Scotland, England or Ireland. Maybe I could do a history channel video about that on my third channel, but we shall see. Either way, I do really like the label and the design of it, so I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It's not the most striking, but the colours and the information on it is generally pretty interesting and simple, and just to the point. That's the main thing. So yeah, 7 out of 10. Anyway, let's have a quick snifter, see what our first impressions are like. Not much to speak of in terms of the nose in the can. Don't know. Bit blueberry, bit citrusy, but not got much room to breathe really, as is per expectations. So we'll pour it out into a glass to see if it's got a bit more room to breathe and if that, increases the smell a little bit. Okay, decent head for an IPA. Okay, let's give it a sniff in the glass. Just much of the same really, although it just has a bit more room to breathe and you can notice the flavours a little bit more. Yeah, I do get a bit of that blueberry there. There is also a citrusy after smell that's really nice and kind of undercuts the hoppiness of it as well. So yeah, it's a good nose. It's just not the most full-bodied one, but it smells nice enough. So yeah, I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. There's a little bit of harshness in the after smell that I'm not sure about, but it does smell generally pretty good. The blueberries and the citrus in there that they mentioned on the back of the can really does stand out for itself, so I can definitely believe them on that. But anyway, quick palate cleanser of water. And then on to the most important part of the video, which is to see what this sucker tastes like. And to everyone at home, I hope you have a good week ahead, and bottoms up. Oh wow, that's good. That's real good. I tell you what, if you're one of those ones who doesn't like IPAs because they have a really hoppy finish and the aftertaste is like really bitter and that finish is just like, it just sits in your mouth and the bitterness is too much for you. Because I know that's a large part of the reason why a lot of people don't like IPAs, and to be fair, it's a fair grievance because it is quite an intense flavour profile, and to be fair, some people just don't like the flavour. But if you're looking for an IPA that doesn't have that sort of kick at the back of the throat with that bitterness, this is pretty good for that. It does have a little bit of a hoppy bitterness at the end, but it's kind of undercut by all the other flavours that are in there. This is one of the best balanced IPAs I've had in a long time. This is really, really good stuff. And I can only imagine what a draft version would be like, because even canned, this is really good. Honestly, this is lovely stuff. Yeah, there's a tinge of like juicy blueberries throughout. Not too sweet, just kind of sort of complements the other flavours that are in there. And then it's got a citrusy through line that sort of kind of complements that hoppy flavour really nicely and kind of just undercuts it a little bit. It doesn't overpower each other either way, they just kind of complement each other really nicely. And then at the end, the hoppiness kind of peters out a bit, and then the citrus kind of just sort of undercuts everything and gives it a really nice, refreshing sort of finish. The kind of sort of flavour profile I was thinking of for a second when I took the first sip actually was almost like that of like a limey, citrusy margarita. I think the crispness in combination with that citrusy flavour is really the main standout point about this drink, but the blueberryness and the kind of little bit of sweetness from that really kind of complements it and prevents it from being either too bitter or too tart. So I think really this is just a case of a beer with simple flavours, but they're done very well and they're done in a way that balance each other out and don't overpower each other really at all. So honestly, I'm kind of struggling for bad things to say. So I will say the texture could be a little bit smoother, but apart from that, this is really good stuff. I would say that this is a 8.75 out of 10. It's just missing. It's just missing a little bit of extra pizzazz. It's missing a slightly more distinctive nose and more sort of slightly full of body of flavour, but the flavour profile is very full-bodied as it is, and it's still something that you can analyse and enjoy to no end. And yeah, I think the only major gripe I have with it is that I wish the texture was a little bit smoother, but overall I can't really find too much to complain about this. Mostly it's just nitpicking really, and even then the main gripe isn't too bad to the point that it spoils the drinking experience. So yeah, honestly, Finlaggan IPA by Islay Ales, really, honestly, you guys knocked it out of the park. This is lovely stuff. Do please make more of this. Yeah, lovely stuff. Really light, really refreshing. Doesn't hang on the tongue too long. Perfect stuff. Just what you want for like either a more seasoned IPA drinker or a newer IPA drinker. So yeah, it's good for both really. But anyway, until next time, have fun, stay safe with whatever you're doing. And if you like this video, leave a like, share and subscribe. Leave comments down below if you want to, suggest any future episode ideas or, any video formats that you might want to see in the future. And also check out my social medias in the video description down below. But until next time, have fun, stay safe for whatever you're doing. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Wash your hands, drink responsibly, know your limits, and I'll see you guys at the bar next time on Ted's Booze Cellar. Bye bye for now.